guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and I'm back with another reaction to The Flash, finally. We are now on episode 7, which is called The Last Temptation of Barry Allen. And so I did watch the other episodes, which I did a review for. I will link the review somewhere up the top. Yes, we saw that things are not going so great for Team Flash right now as far as the whole Ramsey Rosso thing. He's out of control. He is completely insane with his obsession to not die or to beat his cancer. And even though if he'd waited just a little bit longer, he could have potentially gotten a non-dark matter, non-lethal cure to his cancer, his obsession with trying to do it his way turned him into what we saw in the last episode, which is just this crazed, black-eyed freak who just does not care about anything or anyone. I think what's most scary about Ramsey's ability, honestly, is that the fact that he can create these zombie people. But I digress. We're not going to know what's going on or what this last temptation is until we watch this episode. So without further ado, let's get into the episode right now. Hello, CGI. Get up. Get up.
Allow me to demonstrate.
That was actually a sweet move. That's so sad. I would have thought Ralph's skin would be resistant.
Yes. Maybe Caitlin can.
I was about to say, last time I checked, Frost, you're not the doctor. If a needle couldn't get through, then how the heck could Ramsey? I'm so confused. It's so refreshing to actually see someone on TV lock a door because they don't do it enough on TV. Seriously.
I just want to talk.
No, he doesn't. Flash.
Flash.
I mean, why do we even keep it a secret anymore? Everybody knows.
That is quite the origin story.
Very. That's what I thought. It's in his head now because he phased with Ralph.
All right. Have it your way.
Easy, I've got a taser.
And I have a business card.
It's lethal. Paper cuts for days. Okay, now Barry's apartment's giving me anxiety. Thanks, show.
You're the Speed Force.
Yes.
Is it?
It's been a while since we've talked like this. I've missed it.
I trust nothing.
Ramsey's infection is spreading through your body and your mind.
Excellent.
Your speed healing is trying to hold off his disease. But ultimately, it's up to you to resist him.
Okay.
Be something that points to where Esperanza was taken.
Iris, can you check on your man, please?
What about that auction?
Just like an afternoon booty call or something?
We could talk about how your husband is the Flash.
I was about to say, can we just stop with the pretense? How do you get on the couch?
Made your plate.
This is twisted. I hate when things mess with people's happy places. It's just mean. Yeah, that food looks a bit nightmarish to me too.
I've got homemade lasagna.
I'm sorry. That was really funny. It's bodies. It's black ooze. Knew it. I don't want it. I'm not hungry anymore. So full. No. There are times this job calls for too much. No, sweetie, don't eat it. Oh, I saw Candace's Instagram about this. It looks so nasty. Stop showing him all your secrets, Barry. Jeez. This is why Team Flash can't stay a secret.
It's almost like you want to make Iris a widow.
Barry. Sweetie. There's like the same triggers for Barry. Iris and his mom. Every time he falls for them. Every time. Actually, all of those people are dead. Don't go through that door. Barry! Bartholomew! Why people gotta be so damn curious? Better be 2 babies in that crib. This is horrible.
All of this is coming from you.
Yeah, it is. Things that you never deal with and never talk to Iris about.
This is
Wow, Thanos snap. That's not the way it works! Ew!
Massachusetts.
Look at Nora. Nora looking at you right now like, you weak, son. You weak. Who brought you here? The Speed Force? Thank Jesus. Somebody got some sense up in his brain.
Walk away. Not a chance. That makes two of us. Well, boss,
Girl power.
Citizen has a new mission.
Like, maybe checking on your husband. Seriously, Iris, how you don't even call Barry? What kind of relationship is going on right now?
I don't want to leave my family.
You think Iris will touch you again if you look the way you look? Iris ain't gonna sleep with no tar monster.
So the part about it, his cells allowed me to save the world from crisis and still survive. It's true.
Yes. But that path's not for you.
Yeah, did you see what Ramsey looks like?
My entire future. This was done to me.
Oh, boo-hoo, Barry.
Just breathe. Breathe.
I'm glad you get to have a panic attack right now.
When is it your turn to suffer?
I'm a force. I don't actually have feelings, but okay.
Did you even feel pain?
No! I'm a force!
At least not as you know it.
What are you doing? Yo! That stores things?
Accepting Ramsey's blood would save your body from the coming crisis, but not your soul. You would lose the best of you.
Yeah.
Your joy, your passion, your light.
And Iris would leave you! Who won? That's the question.
You made it.
No.
Took me a while.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I made it.
I don't believe it. Thanks for your help, Frosty. Meanwhile, someone hasn't checked in on her husband all day. Yeah, remember you have a husband who's still here for 2 days. Girl. I'm sorry, writers. No way Iris would not check in on him at least once throughout the day. I just don't believe that. Oh, Speed Force language?
Everything that makes life worth living.
No, this isn't Barry.
Where do us go? We could go home, spend some time together.
Why are you asking so many questions?
Mm-hmm. That ain't Barry. You know better, Iris. You know better.
Hey, guys. That's not Barry.
Good girl.
Here.
Well, that's hot. Ooh, Black Lightning. That's interesting. And how did Iris's body type completely change? Is Ralph here too?
The world's selfish.
Ugh, gross.
Blood work.
Well, you can't because you need people. Oh, nasty. But you deserve that, Barry. Selfish. But can we get a dental plan on this blood work though? Because I'm not about this. All right, guys, that was the latest episode of The Flash, which was called The Last Temptation of Barry Allen. And I mean, I gave Barry some smack in this episode, guys. You know I'm just joking before y'all jump down my throat. I know all the reasons that they showed in the episode were valid, and I'm glad that the show took the time to show us that Barry has been going through it. One thing I will say that I think is very good that they showed in this episode that we haven't always seen in previous ones is that Barry has every right to feel like he's being ripped off, like he's being cheated in life, because it's true. Like Joe said in the last episode, it's not fair that several times now the Speed Force has been like, so screw you in your life, you need to do this for everybody else, right? Even in Crisis, what was it, the second crossover series where the aliens were like, Barry has to die or everyone else, like Barry's been given the whole world is in your hands ultimatum entirely too many times for his short 27 years of life. And so he is absolutely justified in being fed up. He is absolutely justified. And as he said to the Speed Force, you know, when you first came to me when I was, you know, just a young something, I wasn't married, I didn't have, you know, anyone really outside of myself. Yes, he had his family and friends, but you know what I'm saying? When you're young and you're single, you kind of don't have a lot to lose. At least you don't think so in your mind. But Barry is now a married man. He now knows that he can have children. He sees this future that he could have. He's been carrying the weight and the guilt of people he's lost in the past. That's been going on for seasons. So these are all real emotions, and I feel like other seasons have kind of glossed over Barry's sense of altruism a bit too much. Like, I do believe in his heart of hearts, Barry is someone who wants to help people and save people. Like, at his core, that is who Barry is. However, it is completely human and natural for him to be upset and for him to feel, like I said, all the emotions I mentioned, just to feel like it's unfair, because it is unfair. No one person should have to bear the burden of the world. Okay, that's Jesus. That was Jesus. And at least, you know, it wasn't like oh, you die and that's all. It's like, you die, you get to go back to heaven, and life's pretty peachy keen after that for eternity, right? So it's not like Barry has that option, right? It's just like, die for humanity, and then that's that. So he has every right to be upset and to feel hurt and to feel angry. And that's probably the one emotion that I feel like Barry has never really had a chance to truly channel enough. And we saw it in this really, I mean, they did really good scenes here. Grant knocked it out of the park, not surprised. He has shown us time and again that he's very good with emotional scenes. But yes, I think that that's the one emotion that we haven't seen enough of Barry express. It's just anger. And I know why he doesn't do it. You know, it's not very becoming of a hero to be upset. And also I think he doesn't want to channel that to anybody who doesn't deserve it. But he has every right to be pissed. And this situation sucks so much based on what the Monitor said. It's a shitty situation. He should be furious. And so he, you know, he should have been allowed, or felt like he was allowed, to just, I don't know, go to a punching bag and let loose, or run to some far off place and just scream at the top of his lungs for like 2 days, if that's what it took, just to let all of that out, because it's a very valid emotion. And I think in his effort to kind of act like, oh, it's cool, you know, it's just hero things, it's what I gotta do, it's not natural, it's not real. And that's why, unfortunately, it pent up to this place where Ramsay could just poke at all of the doubts that he was already feeling, right? And just bring them to the surface and just kind of shine a different light on them. And that's what, pardon me, I really like that they brought it out at the end, because when he was like, the lies that he told me, I was like, those weren't lies though, Barry. Everything he showed you was truth. These are things that you feel, well, not truth of what he was feeling. These were all things that he was feeling, outside of course, the people who've died because unfortunately, in some way or another, they were connected with Barry. That is a truth. But those people, for the majority of them, with the exception of his mom, they chose to be where they were. Barry is to recognize that the same way that he has chosen in the past to sacrifice himself for others, people in his life who've unfortunately died because they were close to him or trying to protect him, they made that choice too, and that was their choice to make. But also all those doubts we saw, like in that scene where all the people in his life were coming and saying like, I'm gonna be left alone, and someone else gonna be like, the city's gonna burn. Like, these are not things that people are actually thinking. This is just Barry's doubts and fears that he thinks other people are thinking. And one of the worst things we can do as people is try to guess what other people are thinking or feeling, because we don't know. So unfortunately, these were things that were very real that Barry has dealt with. And like I said, I think the episode did a great job of showing a very real response to the prospect of dying. And then yes, the way that Ramsay twisted it to be like, oh, but if, you know, with our help, you'll survive the antimatter. And also the fact that they're all gonna be mental mind slaves to Ramsay forever. There's that little caveat. But unfortunately, Barry's in a very vulnerable and dark place, and I get that. As I said, I gave him crap in the episode just because it is frustrating, but it's understandable. I see where Ramsay poked in the right places, and again, if it had been any other time, Barry probably would have been better about fighting it off, but I understand. He was kind of in the thick of his doubts. It's sad that he lost this battle, but we all know it's not going to be the finale, obviously. Iris, I'm so proud of my girl for knowing right off the bat that this ain't Barry. We'll know by the end of Crisis whether or not Ramsay is going to continue to be a villain throughout the rest of the season, or if we're going to have something new pop up. So yeah, I look forward to the next episode. What did you guys think of this, and how do you think this is going to turn out for Crisis? I have not seen any of the previews. I'm just going to stay out of those for now, but what are your predictions? Please leave them below. You know I love reading those. If you like this video, please click like, and if you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time,